Yeah, man. Dude, I had a lady who had been driving cats across the country for 2 years in a fucking tour bus, right? And they perform and they do musical acts. And bro, I'm not even joking to you. It was one of the most fascinating things I'd ever heard in my life.
Oh yeah,
because her commitment to it. Imagine she got her CDL so she could drive the fucking bus because it was so expensive.
What's a CDL?
Commercial driver's license.
Oh.
And she goes around doing feline shows around the whole country, and she's been doing it for 15 years.
Who do you think she voted for?
That's a good question. I don't know. Whoever, hey, grab him by the pussy, probably that guy.
Do you know that crazy cat ladies, that there's a reason for that? It's the same reason that, like, it's a cat parasite, toxoplasmosis.
So you're saying it's a medical ailment?
It makes you aggressive.
Come on, man.
No, it makes you aggressive. Yeah. I bet a lot, like, that's that term, cat lady, crazy cat lady, that's a real thing. That lady's got a parasite. She's got a brain parasite. Toxoplasmosis.
But you can't tell them that.
Oh, I bet I could test them.
Oh, bro,
I
dude.
could get a cheek swab. Hold that lady down. Give me a cheek swab. I guarantee you that lady's got it.
Bro, that lady, bro, I used to live with a dude, bro. I used to live with this dude, right? And I ended up doing fucking a lot of drugs or something and whatever. And I fucking cut a window into my closet, dude. And it was to the neighbor's apartment. I thought it went outside. I got kicked out.
Oh, my God.
But before that, I lived with this dude and he would get really...
Imagine you're that lady in the apartment next door and you hear a saw. Some dude's cutting a hole into your fucking apartment.
Yeah, man,
That's the crazy thing about apartments, right?
What's crazy thing about cocaine, dude? It's apartments has nothing to do with it, bro. I've been up for fucking 42 hours on drugs.
You want to hear something crazy? Trump, at the day of the election, Dana White told me he'd been up for 72 hours.
Unbelievable.
I go, how's that possible? He goes, dude, he's a freak. It's so weird.
Well, yeah, dude, I'll say some things. Here's things that, like, whatever you think about, there's things that the guy is as resilient. No one could go through all that shit. When the Justice Department started to fuck him over, that's when a lot of people were like, you know what? The only thing we should be able to believe in this country is at least the justice system. And if they're fucking him over...
Right.
And then he got shot at a couple of times, dude. He's a quarter of 50 Cent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's like, so it's like, what else does it, you know, at a certain point, you just like, I got to bet on this dog.
Yeah.
You know, even if it's like, you don't even like him. It's like, this motherfucker, this dude, you got to bet on that dog. If not, it's just bizarre, you know?
Right. I mean, the guy gets up and says, fight, 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 after he got shot in the ear. He's not freaking out. He's like, oh my God, I got shot. Get me out of here. They're shooting. He goes, no, stop. Fight.
Yeah.
Fight. Fight.
Dude, I stubbed my toe. I called my assistant a faggot. You know, it's like, so yeah, there's something special about that guy, you know?
And if you're lying about him, and I know you're lying about him, why am I supposed to trust you that you're lying for a good reason? Right? If you keep repeating these same hoaxes, they keep repeating. Obama was repeating it in one of his speeches. He said about those white supremacists, the very fine men on both sides. That's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
Well, why? I don't understand why left-leaning media, which is mostly Jewish, are calling people white supremacists, dude.
Jewish. Did you just say that?
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Left-wing media is mostly Jewish?
I mean, according to my Jewish friends, it is, you know? But why do they hate white guys?
It's just woke things, man. It's just virtue woke bullshit. It's like
I just don't understand it.
Well, because the hierarchies have experienced a polar shift. Okay, so here's what it is. If you go back to the 1960s, the kind of racism that people faced, like before the race riots and all that, was horrific. Because it's just 100 years removed from slavery ending. And the echoes of that...
Oh, it's still in our genes.
Yes. But the echoes of that were much more prevalent then. And so black people were heavily discriminated against. Gay people were heavily discriminated against. People recognize that that's wrong. Young people go to universities. They get taught that it's wrong. They recognize the sins of the past. And then they overcorrect. And by overcorrecting, now you favor people that you think have been previously marginalized. So you give people, like Vivek calls it the tyranny of the oppressed. So the oppressed, the previously oppressed, now have a social hierarchy, they're a higher level. If you're a black trans woman, you get to say the things first at the meeting. Let the black trans woman talk. There's a hierarchy in all woke culture.
Right.
And if you are a white male who's heterosexual, you have to be non-binary. Because otherwise you can't get in. You gotta be a they them. Because then now you're marginalized. Like all you have to do is like change your That's the lowest level of entry is non-binary straight man.